It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus goes to Jalen Johnson. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Bears and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. Well, CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 18 carries, 60 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Finding his safety, and I think the ball's out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 1. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his tight, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's 2nd and 8. And complete to Drake London. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They need to walk in the back. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Pollard going to try the right side. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
We're going to do what we do.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw over the middle. He's got Ruckert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. on second down, they'll run it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught. Smith.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Second and 2.
Out right, he's got Ruckert. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try to run this one in. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Chicago.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now stands at 13. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Second and 9 now. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 18-yard line.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is. I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. As a 12-play drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to get going again. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Christian McCaffrey, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught left side, Ruckert with it. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. But he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got a make. Now the ball comes loose. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Young Wei Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing the second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. He'll look to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
His pass complete to Ruckert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? The West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Into the hands of London.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta. Now Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 6. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd and 9 now. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw again.
This one caught by Ridley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 27. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Back to throw again. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run left with Pollard. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. But this is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now back to throw. And caught by London. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here now come the Falcons.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Bears now ready to take over again. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
2nd and 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
it.